shit so you feel it through your speakers. He got 6 all in your chest and shit, man. For real. Nigga, I'm from a city where the good niggas die young and fuck niggas get old cause the pussy's told.
Yeah, it's the Kingpin of Kingpins, BlazeDeImperial, King of the G.W.C. And I want to holler at y'all today about a serious topic. Matter of fact, you can say it's a real topic. I want to talk about the subject of being real. A lot of people out here, the majority of the people out here, got it misconstrued about what being real is. Being real ain't about shooting nobody. It ain't about killing. It ain't about robbing. It ain't about selling drugs. It ain't about none of that bullshit. It ain't about popping mollies. Nothing. Being real is about being true to yourself. Being real is about, at first, exploring who you are, learning who you are as an individual and who you are as a person, and being true to that. Not putting up some mystique, not playing out a character, not playing a role. Being real is being the exact person that you are. Being real is taking care of your kids. Being real is getting up even though you don't want to go to that job to provide for your family. Being real is seeing about your parents, seeing about your grandparents. Being real is, growing in pursuance of a family unit. Being real is about the protection of that family. Being real is extending your hand to your brethren when you can. Those things are being real. Being real is productive. It's not counterproductive. Now, there may come a time when you being true to who you are, you come into contact with a conflict of some sort, and you not willing to degrade or be someone else or sell yourself short or be untrue to you as a person, you have to fight, or that brings conflict. That's a situation where being real, can lead to something or something not so positive. But all that other stuff these niggas out here talking about, they real, they this, they that, they lying. You the farthest thing from real. And since we define it, I want to define what a thug is. Just because you're a thug don't mean you're an honorable person. To me, a thug simply means street. When someone say they're a thug, that means they street. They got some street in them. But just because you got street in you, don't mean you ain't a buster. Don't mean you ain't a coward. Don't mean you can't be a snitch. There's all types of ways to be street and still not be improper person. When you say a G, that's an honorable street person. To me, that I'm giving you my definition. When you talk about street dudes, you got thugs, then you got G's. When you say a G, G's live by a code. They live by a set of rules, some standards. They may do certain things that society at large may disagree with, but they always do them by a code. They have an honor system. So you have people that are the world full of thugs, but you only have a few G's. G's are a dying breed. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be nothing besides a G. To me, there's nothing else besides that. And that's not to say everything in life is street, but everything in life, you have to have a code. You have to have an honor system. You have to have principles. You have to have values. Now, some say, oh, you in the street, you ain't got that. Not necessarily so. Because if you go against the norm of society, and the norms of society is what's really pulling everything down, because the norms are things that are catered to us, especially as Africans or people of African descent, for us to fail. So you can't look at society's norms, because society's norms breed society's whims. It breeds society's pitfalls. So we have to come up with something and create something that is totally for us, by us, and of ourselves. We started that with the streets. Now the streets still have some negative connotations, but as time goes by, you start to see these positive things, a lot of positive black-owned businesses, a lot of positive things in the community. It actually comes from the street. Now, it's some negative things, but there are some positive things. And now, in urban communities across the world, with that street consciousness and knowledge of self and our true origin is starting to seep in. Now that, combined with the street mentality of we gonna get, we gonna have, we gonna do for self, that's starting to trickle something greater. That's starting to trickle into what has been needed for a very long time. Now is the time that we will see true progress. Now is the time that we will see nation building. Our people all around the globe are starting to nation build. But in this nation building, so we don't repeat the same mistakes and we stop making the ones we are making now every day and the ones that you can foresee upon us, we got to see, okay, this ain't this ain't that. And that's where that honor system comes. That's what really we need to start looking at. That's when being real need to take its proper form and not be identified for what it need to be. Because a lot of this bullshit, that ain't real. That's degradation. That's like the old timers used to say, that's self-destruction. That's heading for self-destruction. Let's get it right. Let's do what we need to do. Let's aspire to be great because we are. Because we can be greater. Holla.